I'm a true survivor. I lost too many damn soldiers. Yeah, we're grinding hard from the mud, came up from the bottom. Chasing dreams in the city, I feel like a problem. Late nights in the booth, spitting truth in every verse. Counting stacks, yeah, you know it. Put the fan in the hearse. Had some homies turn strange, but I kept my vision clear. Money flowing, let it rain, ain't no room for the fear. We stacking dirty money, counting up these blessings, living life fast. No time for second guessing. In the showers we rise, never backing down. Dirty money dreams, but we're the hustle crown.
Dirty money dreams, I got dirty money schemes. Bitches always talk, but they don't know just who I be. Ig-schwetzel living G, I came here to make your bleed. Smoke too many cigarettes, my lungs was getting tight. Depression, my profession, made me toss and turn all night. Smithing with the West, and I make sure I get it right. Ain't regret, I'm a weapon, baby, I'll be out of sight. No regression, just progression, I'll be shining like a light. Great succession, I'm a veteran, and I put that on my life. Bitch, Ig-schwetzel, ain't no bestie in my motherfucking sight. Better get your mind right, get up out that limelight. Wonder what the fuck I do, they treat me like a Klondike. Bitch, it's been a long night, ain't my job to wrong right. And if life is like a pie, then you got the wrong slice. And you focused on expenses, but you got the wrong price. And I still be wondering why shit changed so much. When I start to get into it, do I care too much? I can't lie to myself, I ain't shed two fucks. Since the baby came around, I think I fed too much. I'm too prepared too much, I ain't been scared too much. Baby, we ain't gotta fight, no, I don't care too fuss. Do you know what it's like to live this life with no trust? Do you know that I'll make it from the back to the front? We gotta start it over one time. You already know we gotta start over one time.
Sometimes you gotta put your hands in
I hear that
dirty
shit.
water. You know what I'm saying? I'm a true survivor.
I just recorded this shit, by the way, so that's why I'm kind of listening back to it.
Yeah, we're grinding hard from the mud, came up from the bottom. Chasing dreams in the city, I feel like a problem. Late nights in the booth, spitting truth in every verse. Counting stacks, yeah, you know it. Put the fan in the hearse. Had some homies turn strange, but I kept my vision clear. Money flowing, let it rain, ain't no room for the fear. We stacking dirty money, counting up these blessings, living life fast. No time for second guessing. In the showers we rise, never backing down. Dirty money dreams, we wear the hustle crown.
Dirty money dreams, I got dirty money schemes. Bitches always talk, but they don't know just who I be. Ig-schwetzel living G, I came here to make y'all bleed. Smoke too many cigarettes, my lungs was getting tight. Depression, my profession, made me toss and turn all night. Smithing with the West, and I make sure I get it right. Ain't regret, I'm a weapon, baby, I'll be out of sight. No regression, just progression, I'll be shining like a light. Bring succession, I'm a veteran, and I put that on my life. Bitch, Ig-schwetzel, ain't no bestie in my motherfucking sight. Better get your mind right, get up out that limelight. Wonder what the fuck I do, they treat me like a Klondike. Bitch, it's been a long night, ain't my job to wrong right. And if life is like a pie, then you got the wrong slice. And you focused on expenses, but you got the wrong price. And I still be wondering why shit changed so much. When I start to get into it, do I care too much? I can't lie to myself, I ain't shed two fucks. Since the baby came around, I think I been too much. I'm too prepared too much, I ain't been scared too much. Baby, we ain't gotta fight, no, I don't care too fuss. Do you know what it's like to live this life with no trust? Do you know that I'll make it from the back to the front? People looking in on me all weird and shit. I even tried to give homie the head nod to let him know. Now we got a chick driving by in the truck staring at me. What the fuck you talking? You don't know just who I be. Dirty money dreams, I got dirty money schemes. Why the fuck you talking? You don't know just who I be. Ig-schwetzel living G, I came here to make y'all bleed. Dirty money dreams, I got dirty money schemes. Ig-schwetzel living G, I came here to make y'all bleed. Dirty money dreams, I got dirty money schemes. 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 Why? I got dirty money dreams. That's how you make that turn off immediately, by the way. If y'all didn't know, you just open the door, it turns it off immediately. You ain't even gotta worry about pressing pause. You ain't even gotta worry about tuning in to any other thing. But yeah, welcome back to the communication station, ladies and gentlemen.
I know I just recorded a video like fucking day before yesterday or something, but it feel like it's been a long time since I've seen y'all. For real. It feel like it's been a long time since I've seen y'all. So welcome back, Welcome back. Today we're talking about the election. As you can see by the title, the election results are in. Oh shit. Guess who it is? Big Daddy fucking Kane, Big Daddy Trump in the building has won the election. Obviously, if you're a person who pays attention even a little bit to me or anything that I say, obviously you know that I don't give a fuck about the election. I don't give a fuck about voting. I don't even necessarily really give a fuck about the results. More so, I just created this title and shit to kind of roast a little bit because you know, like especially around around my area and stuff like that, I've started to notice that they're kind of using Trump as like a savior-esque type of thing. Like I don't necessarily exactly know where people are getting this from. That's why I chose the thumbnail that I chose. It looked like one of those classic Jesus drawings and shit. You know what I'm saying? But basically some content that I was seeing floating around basically allude to the fact that Trump is basically some kind of messiah for Christian people in some type of way. I don't know where they're drawing this conclusion from. I haven't done enough research to know like exactly, you know what I'm saying? But it's just interesting to me. People are coming to conclusions and drawing conclusions on Trump, basically saying that he is like some prophesied type of dude that align with biblical matters based on I don't know what it's based on, but just I guess based on certain Bible verses, certain shit that has happened and stuff like that. So now I've seen them trying to push that even harder, it seems like. The savior type of aspect as far as what I'm talking about and shit like that. Because even if it didn't come down to like religious families and shit like that, and people who are like deep into religion, like already thinking this way, it seemed like they started trying to attack his character even more so this year for to kind of make people that might not be so religious to view him in that same type of aspect. Like he the only one who gonna save America. He the only one who know our economic system like that. He the only one who know the tax system like that. Da 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 da. All this and that shit. And not only that, they're making him be somebody that could be that could speak to the common people a little bit more. That's why you see him having all these issues with fucking having all these like legal issues and shit like that. What no matter what it is, white collar crime, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact of him being in a courtroom or being tried or going to jail and shit like that, that's gonna make certain other individuals just respect him just based on the just solely off of the strength of, oh yeah, this dude went to jail, or you know what I'm saying, shit like that. The fresh sage, some say he's the antichrist. Yeah, and exactly. That's kind of how they have this shit split up right now. It seemed like, and by the way, the fresh sage, if I'm remembering correctly, didn't I meet you at 717, bro? I ain't heard from you since then, man. If that is you and shit, the person that I talked to personally, man, thank you for stopping by and shit. I appreciate that. It's good to hear from you, man. Hit me up in the DMs or privately or some shit, and we'll get something going as far as like music or some shit, or maybe fucking something else will align in some other type of way. You know, no telling what people got going on. But yeah, some people say he's the antichrist. So you have someone that can that's why they have to have two wings to the same bird. That's why they have to create two sides of this. Cuz it's going to be certain religious people that will be like it's going to be certain religious people that will tune into him and vote for him solely off the strength of what I just spoke about. Certain people saying that he's prophesized in some type of way to be some type of messiah. And even if we're not taking it in the literal sense and using it more figuratively, we're still in the same boat, because even if you're not a religious person, like that's still like the energy that y'all be giving to Trump over certain things. Like, you know what I'm saying? He the only one who gonna save us from civil war. He the only one who gonna save us from being at war with Korea or China, or he the only one who gonna get our tariffs right and shit like that, as far as what we're taking in from other countries and shit like that, as far as exporting and importing shit and shit like that. He's the only one who can understand these tariff systems. He's the only one who's strong enough to be able to tell whoever leading the Chinese aspect of it to fuck off, or you're gonna have to pay 90% taxes or something. You know what I'm saying? Like on a write-up type shit. So it's the same type of aspect. They just use it in multiple different type of ways, because they will have people thinking that he's the Antichrist, like you said. And then they'll have a certain other group of people who is thinking he is like sent by God in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And that is like the more it's delusional and it's imaginative, you know what I'm saying, based on the religion, though. This is the more fucking, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for here. This is the more metaphorical type of aspect, where they're thinking that he is the Messiah, the Savior, and that type of aspect, based on the delusion and the illusion of the religion that they've created for y'all humans, using their mind for shit that it ain't made for, and coming up with all type of fairy tale extra shit. So now y'all think that some God sent Trump here, and now he's being a vessel to play out some type of energy that you think you're gonna be safe from some shit, or whether that be safe from demonic energies, or whether it be on the reality aspect of it, where they're using him in the same type of energy, and using him to save us from certain type of violence, like a war was to happen, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Fresh Sage said, "Yep, I've been dropping, but for sure, man. I'm subbed to your channel, bro. I ain't been getting no noties or nothing. Like I ain't seen shit from you pop up. And typically, like everyone I'm subbed to, usually their shit be up. I'll have to double check though. I might have fucking forgot to sub to you or some dumbass shit. It could be anything. You never know. And Fresh Say said, it is crazy because this outcome made my Catholic mama give up on the news. Right. Because that you will be sitting here, if you tune into certain frequencies as far as a news channel and shit like that, you watch one news channel, they have you thinking that Kamala is the most popular vote and that she's winning by a landslide or some shit like that, right? And then you flip to another news channel and it'll sit here and tell you, oh, Trump winning by a landslide, and he got the more popular vote at the moment. And then when fucking rubber meets the road, when it come down to brass tacks, it's like they showing you the voting shit, and Trump only win by like a couple thousand or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or just like they did with Biden, when they sit here and say that Biden was super popular and all this shit and had all these unanimous votes from all these states and shit like that, and then after Biden's elected, he go in, well, I guess you wouldn't technically call it campaigning at that point because he already is the president. I guess you would just call it being political, I guess. I don't know. Doing his political runs and shit like that, and talking to certain individuals and having press conferences and speaking in front of people. When he did that shit, wasn't nobody showing up. You know what I'm saying? It's the exact same thing. They're just here to create an illusion at the end of the day, and whatever they can do to generate more revenue is what they're gonna do. That's why we be having these issues every 4 years, every time they come to election year. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Based on the last 4 years, I really had some hope for humanity in a certain type of way. Cause like I've been around and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really had no hope based on the people that I was encountering in life, aside from people that I have met on the internet and shit like that, and then go meet them in real life, and everything is of one accord. Like they are who they say they are and shit, and they act how they say they act and shit, not on some fallacy type shit. But I had no hope based on the regular motherfuckers I was encountering. Like only the spiritual people, the spiritual people are the only people who give me any type of hope or any type of inspiration. And it's hard to find that when you are the inspiration. Like, you the only thing that inspires yourself for the most part. It's hard to find another formulation of an inspiration to you. So it is cool when we get into situations where we can meet up with individuals and shit like that and be on the same accord, or we can be at distance and at odds with each other, yet still be able to be inspiration to each other in some type of way. I'm putting my email in the chat right now though, my friend. But yeah, based on the regular people that I was encountering in life, I had zero hope for humanity. You know what I'm saying? There you go, Fresh Sage. Email in the thing. And anybody else needing consultations, anybody else needing a tarot card reading, shit like that, hit me up either on that email that you see right here in the chat or in the description. You can DM me on Instagram and I can get up with you like that. Just make sure you're not just sending money to my Cash App. Make sure if you're donating, you can just send money. But if you're actually hit me up on some business tip and you need something from me, make sure that you DMing me first. That way we can speak about what needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get back into what I was saying. So yeah, I essentially had no hope based on the people that I was encountering in real life, how they viewed things, how they were still continuing to correlate with the world and shit like that, right? So and this is why the internet is such a trick, right? It's such an illusion that you can't get lost in, right? Because that was the problem with it. I was looking in the comment sections on these videos and shit like that, and that was kind of giving me a little bit of hope throughout these last 4 years, because you know what I'm saying? I don't even necessarily believe in hope, but just for lack of better words, we'll use that terminology, right? So I kind of got lost into the illusion of the internet based on this shit. So I would be going around and seeing certain things on the internet as far as in the comment section. Like, people were reacting and responding to things much differently this past 4 years than they were beforehand and shit like that. Like, times when before spirituality became a trend and all that shit, before everyone started talking about zodiac signs and crystals and all that shit, like that, like there's a very distinct difference. Like, it's almost like the timeline shifted or something right there. And I hate even having to come outside my mouth to utilize those terminologies, because I be seeing certain people who be on the internet talking about certain shit and using certain terminologies, and it's just some more delusional fairy tale shit made up in their fucking mind, right? But once again, for lack of better words, we'll do that. But it seemed like the timeline shifted right there at that moment when we were on like the cusp of spirituality becoming trendy and shit like that. Right, like it's like really is aware, and you be on the internet doing the same shit that I be doing, like exploring, looking in the comment section, whether it be political shit, whether it just be some nonsense entertainment shit, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? I like to go and look at the comment section to see how the collective conscious is kind of operating and reacting and respond to certain things at the moment. You get what I'm saying? No matter what it be, I don't care. It could be some brainless, mindless attention entertainment type of shit. It could be some drama shit, like whatever it may be. I just like to explore and see what how people are reacting to it. So yeah, in the area of about 4 years ago or so, that's when this shit started to change. Like, people would be entertained by bullshit a lot more, and people would be more willing to give attention to and support to a bunch of retarded shit rather than actually mean something, have some type of virtue to it, have some type of substance, have some type of morality to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it switched, around the time when the spirituality started to become a trend. And you would see, due to everyone who was pushing the rhetoric that stemmed from this shit, whenever the conscious community people started coming out and pushing their shit, and everyone started paying attention to that, and it started becoming more mainstream and shit like that, what stemmed from it was a very specific, it's almost like a dialect, it's almost like an accent or some shit. It's a very distinct grouping of wordings and terminologies. You get what I'm saying? The rhetoric that they started to kick based off of the psyop of whatever the conscious community branch of spirituality is at the moment. So they started to develop a bunch of rhetoric off of this, right? And they started to come up with certain terminologies. And even if they didn't come up with these terminologies themselves, they just started becoming privy to certain information or knowledge that uses these terminologies, or they read certain occult books and shit like that, and started using these terminologies, and it became like an accent. It became like a dialect. So now that's why you have everyone out here thinking that you gaslighting and manipulating them all the time. That's why you will have people who start coming out here saying certain shit like chakras or certain zodiac signs or certain stars or planets or whatever fucking terminology they want to use, but that what they do is they use it against you and they don't even understand it at the end of the day. Jackie New said I peeped that too. Jackie New, the truth said she peeped that too. I'm gonna hop in the coop in a brand new booth with a brand new boo and she give me that too. Okay, anyways. Shout out Jackie New. If y'all ain't sub to her, go sub to her. If y'all ain't sub to the Fresh Sage, go sub to the Fresh Sage. Check out my comment section. We got real stars in this bitch. Fuck all y'all else. Anyways, so yeah, it started to become like a dialect because the people who do understand these words, phrases, terminologies, the rhetoric that started to be kicked off of this branch of spirituality, and it's not even spirituality. Let's make that clear. It's not even spirituality. It's just consciousness at the end of the day. It's just being consciously aware. That's all that it is, and being more privy to your levels of awareness. That shit is not spirituality at all. You know what I'm saying? But the people who do understand these things, the people who either created these terminologies in the first place, or the people who were here before these things became a word and a terminology, the people who were acting this shit out way before it even became a concept in y'all's mind to be able to observe that and try to break it down and logically understand what you're witnessing at the moment. So that is what was actually going on beforehand. So now trickle down effect, fucking down that line of reasoning, we come to grips with what we're seeing now when people was pushing this conscious community shit. So the people who actually created those words and terminologies and really understand them, or were here before that concept became what it is now, these are the only people who actually have a right to even speak on these things or even use them conversationally. I mean, let's keep it real here, because this is the thing that I'm really, I won't even say I'm getting tired of it. I won't even speak on it negative or positive. Okay, something that be happening in life a lot of the time is y'all be using certain words, terminologies, and coming outside y'all's mouth to use them, whether it be in an argument to gain the upper foot on somebody, however the fuck you think you may want to use it. Okay. That word and phrasing came from somewhere. Understand that. That word and phrasing came from whatever expression was being observed, and they needed to create a terminology off of it. Right. And this is the thing. If you haven't been up through if you haven't been through the ups and downs, if you haven't been through the experience to understand a word and terminology as far as what character is trying to represent at the moment, whatever frequency and vibration is trying to represent at the moment, whatever energy you think that you're trying to express at the moment, if you haven't been through those ups and downs and have that experience, you have no right to use that word at all, especially if you're trying to use it to combat against somebody else and you think you know what you're talking about based upon what somebody taught you that word means, or when you go in Google and type in that word and you look up a certain definition, you think this what it means to be that. Understand, if you haven't been in a place where you have exhibited those characteristics and traits, or been around enough people to realize that's what's going on, you have no right to use it. Genuinely, you have no rights to that. And I promise y'all, anybody who want to try to do that shit in real life, I will laugh at you. Every time I laugh at you. Every time I laugh at you. And I tell you that you don't have the experience to even be sitting here and using that word against me. For real. I'll sit here. I'm that gracious enough to the point where I'll sit here and tell you, like, you don't have the life experience that you think that you have. Like, genuinely, you don't. You've never missed a bill. You've never missed a meal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've never missed a bill. You've never missed a meal. How the fuck you niggas think y'all out here in the field? I swear to God, I can't play with this shit, bro. Like, I swear to God, I can't play with this shit. How you really think you out here in the field? You ain't never missed a bill. You ain't never missed a meal. The fuck out my face. You ain't never even been fired from a job before. Literally, never in your life. You ain't never even been fired from a job before, bro. Like, y'all motherfuckers want to talk about suffering. Y'all want to talk about manipulating people. Bitch, you don't even know the half of it, bro. Like, y'all don't even know the half of it and want to sit here and talk on somebody else's experiences or some shit. Sit here and act like you know what I'm doing or some shit. Well, you don't even know what you doing at the end of the day. Stop playing with me, bitch. But yeah. So anyways, let's get back into the conscious community shit that I was kicking a second ago, and that rhetoric, how it became like a dialect, became like a fucking accent or some shit, right? So they taught everyone to start utilizing these words because it became popular. People started tuning into shit like mental health. People started tuning into shit like love and light. People started tuning into shit like positivity and shit like that, right? And they started to develop these words, or just using words that have always been here, and now they just want to use them in some type of overarching fucking bitch, I think better than you think, I experience life better than you experience life type of shit. Like, as if that even fucking matter in some type of way. Cause shit, you could tell me that all day, bitch, but you still live in society. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, don't be an idiot out here. Don't just like go post up in the woods or some shit. But bitch, you think along with society. You like, your individual path is garnered by being led by someone else. But anyways, so yeah, they started to develop all this shit, and like I said, people across the world started to pick up on it. It started to become something that was popular, more mainstream, right? So I'm observing all this shit, and I'm watching this play out in real time. Like, as far as I was on the cusp of this shit. Like, when people first started making videos in the algorithm of spiritual content, whatever the fuck, however the fuck y'all want to correlate that shit. Y'all can correlate it how y'all want to correlate it. Be my know what spirituality is. I don't need nobody out here sitting here telling me what the fuck I need to do, or how I should be viewing the shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they sat here and came out with all this shit, got the world addicted to it in some type of way, based on the popularity, everybody getting likes and shit. So I was watching this shit play out in real time, watching people upload these videos. Slowly but surely, it's gaining more momentum and popularity, right? And then from there, what happened is, it changed how people were viewing things. It changed people's perspectives on a lot of shit. It was like a big wave of fucking psychedelic drugs or some shit like that. Like, shout out to the 70s. You know what I'm saying? But that's essentially how it was. It was like a big wave of this conscious awareness that came across y'all, and it got expressed through a bunch of different individual vessels. But at the end of the day, it was all still a psyop, because we see the outcome of that now. It ain't shit being done with it. Ain't shit made out of it. None of these people link up. None of these people build anything. None of these people do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I was watching that in real time. So they got the world on it. Everyone shifted their awareness in some type of way, shifted their perspective on certain shit, what they were willing to pay attention to and support changed a little bit. What they viewed as actually being creative and some form of artwork or something, it changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you know this if you're a person like me who's aware of everything that be going on, and you were actually on the internet exploring. And as I go along, we'll continue to explain more of how this shit play out in real life, right? Aside from the internet fucking illusion that they've created for us, right? So what people started to do is they started to comment on shit and change how they were reacting and responding to it. People weren't doing the same shit. They weren't even into, like, look at back on this past 4 years. People weren't even into the same shit that they were previously into. And and a lot of shit has fell in these last 4 years. Like a lot of the death and killing, like drill music and shit like that shit kind of became phased out in these last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit kind of just fucking fleeted away with a gust of wind. And then now Lil Durk getting arrested, that kind of sewed that whole thing up right there. Like if fucking Chief Keef don't drop an album in the next 6 months or some shit, then trap music is gonna be dead for real. Drill music anyway. Drill music. Trap music always gonna be hidden. But people don't want to. People got tired of hearing about people spinning bins all the time. You know what I'm saying? People got tired of hearing about people spinning bins all the time. And fuck, you can't even have a favorite artist. Anytime any of y'all fucking drill fuckers come out here and be somebody's favorite artist, goddamn, by the time you fucking got time to record your next album, you're already with a fucking Rico in jail or dead. You know what I'm saying? So drill music kind of phased out just based on this new wave and shit like that, and the positivity and love and light shit that everybody be on and shit. That's why you even got now fucking ex-gang members and shit like that pushing peace and switching to Islam and shit like that. Like, y'all peep game. Like, y'all think what I'm fucking sitting here telling y'all is some bullshit. Like, just peep game of life. You know, I mean, it's that simple. Peep game of life, bitch. Like, the shit don't just play out on your micro, minute level and scale. Like, you need to take all things into consideration. How it play out on the world stage beyond just your individual space and location in the third dimensional reality at the moment where you live at. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just peep game. Y'all be able to fucking, you know what I'm saying? See how everything go together. It's not a mistake. It's not coincidence. Anyways, so yeah, people on the internet started reacting differently to shit, right? And then now what happens is, as this energy gets carried along, it's not something that fizzles out with time. It's like no resistance to it. It's like a snowball effect. It keep gathering and accumulating based on y'all reacting and responding with it and engaging with that shit. And fucking fruit is in the proof is in the pudding, the fruits of the labor. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was everyone was viewing this shit online, and they're like, oh yeah, that might actually be a good idea. That might actually be how we could fucking live better in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Based on whatever love and light conscious community shit that they were kicking at the time, right up until now. So people started utilizing these terminologies and these words and phrases as their fucking what is it when it's like common word to you? Vernacular. The motherfuckers started adding these terminologies and these words and phrases onto their vernacular. So it became something that they just speak on all the time now, and they don't even truly understand it. But that's besides the point. We've already broke that down. You know what I'm saying? It becomes their vernacular. And now we're at the point now where even like I said, I started to get hope from this shit based on like hope for humanity based on what I was seeing on the internet and shit like that, and how people were kindly changing how they were starting to view things. Same shit was starting to happen in reality. You know what I'm saying? People started actually speaking these words out in real life, became their natural grammar and shit like that, vernacular. And then it got to the point where it got to the point where motherfuckers was speaking this shit all the time and talking about different things and stuff like that, and showing energies that they maybe not necessarily not really give a fuck about certain things so much anymore. You know what I'm saying? As far as voting, fucking religious views, different shit like that, you know? So I started to gain some hope based off of this shit. And then and this just goes to show you how much of an illusion that the internet is. Because the internet has the people in reality brainwashed. So they're living in a dream too. So no matter if it seemed like they're expressing the right type of things, they're saying the right type of words, they're, you know what I'm saying, they're doing this and that, and they're showing you all these good things. But at the end of the day, they don't have the capability to keep up with where you at and where you going. You know what I'm saying? Or at the end of the day, it just be something that they can't understand. And they think that they do based on definitions and terminology. But what a lot of y'all don't realize is you're lacking the wisdom and the experience. Like that's why you don't be understanding shit. And that's why a lot of y'all be missing a point every time. So you know what I'm saying? It could be a situation where you have everything. You have the car, you have the job, you have the house, you have the money, you have name and title, you have security in your job position. And you think that you're successful, but you're not though. Understand that you're not though. You're not successful at all. In actuality, you're reverse successful. Because not only are you in suffering, you living in hell. How much money do you owe to the bank? How much money do you owe on your mortgage? How much loans do you owe back? And what's the percentage level on them loans? How much extra do you got to pay back to them? See what I'm saying? We're not in the same league, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Like, we're not in the same league. None of y'all. None of y'all. I don't give a fuck who you are. Anybody in my area right now, family, friend, associate, whatever the fuck you think you are to me, we're not in the same league at all. And y'all don't understand this. I'm not going to come outside my mouth anymore to explain to y'all shit or try to help you understand, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to take my lumps. I'm going to take my fucking licks and I'm going to keep it pushing, bro. Cause I know what this is for. I know what this is for. You understand? I know what this shit is for. Y'all think that just because y'all fucking worked a job your whole life and been a good Christian kid and been to school every day that you successful in some type of way. And don't let me discourage none of y'all. If y'all truly happy living that life and you are successful, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna sit here and play with y'all and act like y'all are wise or act like y'all know something that I don't know or act like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't finna sit up here and act like you know what you're talking about. Like, no. Even if you are successful in that type of life, based on your level of happiness, you still can't compete. You still can't compete, and we not even gonna play with that shit. But anyway, so yeah, everybody started acting all this shit out, and I started to get hope, man. I'm like, damn, like people really is reacting differently to shit. Even if I see that this all stem from this conscious community shit, like, yeah, if they can be a little bit more privy to that, then maybe, you know, down the road sometime, they can be more privy to some shit that I be on. You know what I'm saying? The real shit, the real shit that I be on and shit, you know? So I started to have hope for humanity after that. And I was like, yeah, like, man, these people, they might actually be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? The whole world seemed like it's reacting differently. Like, even in my small area, people has changed up a little bit, and, you know, but sure enough, no. And these election results show you everything that you need to know. Not only is it people losing their mind already, like right now is already like a extra sensitive time, bro. Like time for all secrets to be revealed, time for extra sensitive psychopathic type of energies, time for no reason burning bridges with your friends and exposing your friends and whatever drugs that they on. The whole world gonna know that they on these drugs now, and anytime you had to call the police on them, the whole world need to know about this now. So we already in a sensitive time. Everything's already being aired out. You know what I'm saying? But when these election results came in, I was hoping to see not really necessarily nobody talking about it. I wasn't even hoping that. Matter of fact, I was expecting that based on what I've been observing, right? I'm expecting like, oh yeah, nobody ain't gonna give a shit about this shit. Like I've done met a couple people in real life who might so care about if Trump or Kamala get elected or whoever. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I feel like people don't really give a fuck about that no more. And sure enough, when I woke up this morning, I was proved entirely wrong. Or whenever the election results came in, I think they came in this morning. I don't know. And I don't be up with the news like that. You know what I'm saying? But I woke up and I checked my phone and I'm looking on my timeline, and all I'm seeing is fucking Trump shit, bro, and all this shit about the election and the results and da 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 da, and man, it just make me sad for real. Like I kind of thought we was over this. Like as humanity, I kind of thought we was over this already. You know what I'm saying? Like genuinely, I thought we was over this shit already. I thought we wasn't gonna have to go back. I thought we wasn't gonna have to go back. But clearly we're entering into another new cycle. Obviously, based on the evidence of what we've been experiencing the past 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna put us on a new cycle right now. They gonna put us on a new cycle right now, and we just gonna have to learn what to do from here. Learn what to do from here. So yeah, this cycle don't like a lot of people would get lost thinking that this next cycle gonna be something similar to some shit that we've seen in the past because it's a familiar face with Trump being back in office. No, like all this shit, y'all already know, ain't nothing new under the sun. They gonna continue to use the same virtues and principles just in different ways. But this cycle that we're coming up on, I can feel it. It's something new. It's not something that's gonna be necessarily easily identifiable for y'all common people. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be easy for y'all to see what the bait is or what the trick is, and that's already like basically evidently true based on what we be seeing from individuals in reality and shit like that. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I can feel it. It's completely new. It seemed rushed and panicked though. Like when I sit here and really like start to dissect what we're viewing in the space of where they derive their governmental ideologies from and shit like that. Like it seemed like it's panicked and rushed. I feel like they're gonna take a lot of I feel like they're gonna take a lot of risks in these next 4 years. Like they're gonna take a lot of risks. And that could be good for us, that could be bad for us. I'm not saying either one, either way. But yeah, they gonna try some shit this year. Yeah, Jackie said there's some different shit. You already know there's some different shit. It don't feel right. I don't know. So here lately, just something ain't been feeling right. I don't know what the problem is. We figure it out though. We always do. I ain't stressing off of that shit at all. But yeah, I mean, shit, just it's just dead, man. It's just dead. I had a little bit of hope for humanity at one point. I thought y'all was making a comeback for real. Like I thought humans was like on the up and shit, Like genuinely, I thought humans was on the up and up, but come to find out, it's the complete opposite. And then you got a bunch of ignorant ass young people out here typing paragraphs on fucking Facebook and shit like that about election results and stuff, thinking that they know what they talking about. Like, bitch, you are 19, 20, 21 years old. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about at all. And y'all don't get the lines blurred. I'm 24 years old, bitch, but I'm not 24 years old. If you fucking understand that, you understand that. All these other motherfuckers be real life babies inside of a 21-year-old body. And it's sad. It's sad because you will see somebody come on Facebook or on social media and come on there and type a whole fucking paragraph about the election and shit, right? And then you will have an example of a old ass idiot, like a fucking 60-year-old lady or some shit, commenting on that post, telling the young girl who just posted it how wise they are and how smart and intelligent they are and shit. I mean, I'm so sick of y'all, bro. I'm so sick of y'all. Like, our elders ain't even got, like, our elders ain't even got it, bitch. Our elders ain't even got it. Our elders are sitting here looking to the young people. And don't get me wrong. All do and all do, Just how I flew the new coupe, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, like, It's just ridiculous. Why are you 60 some years old even taking into consideration what a person fucking 40 years younger than you have to say? That shit don't make no sense to me. And y'all take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain young people that's gonna be younger than you, that's gonna be wiser than you and smarter than you, and certain people who are older than you that's gonna be like that. But at the same time, like, man, if you 60 something years old, you can't identify that. I don't know, man. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of it. I ain't playing games with these hoes no more. But anyways, we gonna get off of here and get back into recording. I really just wanted to get on here and fucking roast Trump and roast y'all idiotic ass humans, especially y'all in my area who's sitting here still talking about Trump and Kamala, and everybody wanting to, like, man, come on now, come on now, come on now. And another thing, Trump ain't gonna save y'all, bitch. It's up to you. It's always been up to you. It's always been up to you. It ain't up to no government body. It ain't up to no religion. It ain't up to no Jesus. You, bitch. Like, it's always been you. It's always your fault. It's been you the whole time. Like, it's been you the whole time. Promise. Trust. It's been you the whole time. You can fix it. It's never too late. You can fix it. Unless you just need to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But it's never too late. You can fix it. You can change. You got this. I know you got this. Y'all take it easy, though. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Jackie New. Y'all go sub to her. Shout out to my boy Fresh Sage. Y'all go sub to him. And hit me up on the email. Jackie New, I got a track to send to you soon. So stay tuned on that tip. I don't think I got anything else to tell y'all, though. Stay tuned. The song that was in the intro is going to be dropped on my YouTube either tonight or probably tomorrow. And shout out to the dude who did the feature with me, Ty. I've worked with him a few times in the past and shit. So y'all just stay tuned for that. Appreciate y'all, though. Take it easy. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.